Many software providers are struggling to get patients, and it has nothing to do with whether or not Softwave works. The truth is, Softwave is one of the most powerful therapies out there, and the real problem is that most clinics have no idea how to market it. Now, I want you to think about this for a second. You invested in a Softwave machine, lots of money. You were told this machine could change your practice, and in a lot of ways, it can and should. But here's the reality. If you don't have patients walking through the door asking for Softwave, that machine is just sitting in the corner collecting dust. And most providers, that causes them to hire a marketing agency. The agency says, don't worry, we'll take care of everything. They're going to sign a retainer, usually like $1,500 per month for the agency. And then you're going to pay another $1,500 or so for ad spend on the platform, Facebook or TikTok or whatever it would be. And suddenly the clock is ticking. Now, every month you're paying a big retainer, whether or not your ads are working. So here is where most providers go wrong. First, they hand over all of their control to an agency, and the ads, the creative, the targeting, they don't even know what all goes into it or what's running. A lot of agencies will just put up a veil and you can't see what's happening. So when things don't work, you don't really have a grid on why. You just know that leads aren't coming in and people aren't booking. Second, you don't have your own system. If the agency disappears tomorrow, so does your patient pipeline. So you're back at zero. Third, most people think Softwave sells itself. You're thinking in terms of the technology, and it doesn't. Patients don't care about the technology. They only care about results, and a lot of times just their pain. So if your ads or your marketing don't speak to their pain, their struggles, their desired outcome, nobody calls, nobody books appointments. So how do you fix this? There's 3 big shifts that I want to encourage you to make. Number 1, take control of your marketing assets as much as possible. I'm not saying you can't have help or you can't use an agency, but you do want to have some ads if possible, or at least images and videos that you can use for patient education, things for your social media, or even your website. Maybe campaigns that you own, but again, it's okay to get outside help if you actually need it. But you don't want to depend entirely on another agency's property or things that they keep from you. You want to have some things of your own. So number 2, you want to focus on outcomes, not the machine. Patients want to hear about playing with their kids. Again, they want to walk without pain. They want to run. They want to lift. They want to live the life that they desire. And that is what you want to market, not Softwave TRT technology with unfocused electrohydraulic shockwaves. No, nobody knows what that means, and nobody really cares. Number 3, you want to systematize your patient acquisition. So this means having campaigns that are proven, repeatable, and launchable in minutes. And that's a difficulty, I would say, with a lot of agencies, is that there's a long onboarding process, and it can take a week or more to even get an ad running. So instead of waiting on the agency to build something for you, you want to be able to push a button and run ads that already work. Let me give you an example. One of the providers that I worked with, in fact, more than one, but I'll just give this specific one. They were spending $3,000 a month with an agency. It was split, like you have probably heard of, $1,500 for ad spend, $1,500 for the agency. The agency ran some ads. The clinic really had no idea what was actually being tested and run. Some patients trickled in, but not real true consistency. We gave them a proven ad campaign system. It's actual software. We call it next level software, and the assets to run them. So immediately they cut their marketing expense, all their spend, in half, because they're not having to pay that large retainer. They're able to fill their schedule without depending on an outside company. And that is really the difference when you have a system instead of just being blind and putting so much trust in somebody doing it for you. So that's exactly another reason why I created the Softwave library. This is a complete free resource with patient education images, videos, and marketing assets you can start using today. Literally, you can sign up today, you can download them and start using them. Put them on your social media, put them on your website. There's no gimmicks to that. There's no payments required. You can do it right now. And if you do want to go a step further, inside the library, you'll see the option to upgrade to our software. In fact, I'll put a link on this video as well for both the free library and our actual ads software. It's called Next Level Software. And that's where you're going to get the exact ad campaigns that work across the country for providers in multiple states. They're tested, they're proven, and they're ready to launch in minutes. And if you're tired of paying agencies thousands of dollars per month, you want real control over your Softwave patient flow, you can click one of those links. You can check out the free one first just to get that value. I would suggest you do that regardless. And then you can look at the Next Level Software and see how easy it is to start growing your practice on your terms.